I'm so fucking tired of being disappointed by men. I'm so fucking tired of getting hurt. I'm so fucking tired of men lying and then calling it honesty. I'm so tired of men pretending like they want to be in a relationship with you and literally pretend and act like they are in a relationship with you just for them to turn around weeks later and say they don't want a relationship with you. So what the were you doing the entire time? Were we playing pretend? How old are we? I thought we stopped playing pretend when we turned like 9. Why are we still doing it? Why are you a little boy in a man's body? Why have you not matured yet? Why do I have to be disappointed and feel like a fool every time? I'm so tired, because from what I've also learned about guys is that they know right away. They know pretty early on if they see it with you or they don't, and they're not going to waste their time if they don't see it, right? And I'm not talking about like just keeping you around, kind of breadcrumbing you just to like be able to get into your pants so that, you know, you go out on a night out so that they can text you at 2 a.m. and you come over. I'm just saying, like, I've gone through enough, I've been through enough that like I know the difference. I can usually spot the difference. I'm talking about guys that are coming over, cooking me dinner, hanging out multiple times a week, going on dates, paying for things. I'm meeting their friends, my friends, like very much dating, right? So you can do all of the long-term relationshipy things with me, but then turn around and say you don't see the long-term relationship with me. Everyone's like, oh my god, Lindsay, how do you deal with heartache? How do you deal with like getting rejected and getting your feelings hurt? I like don't handle it well, but the more it happens, the better I become at just like fucking letting it go. I used to always turn it around and be like, okay, well, what happened and why me and what did I do wrong and why didn't he like me? Now there's no rhyme or reason. I've literally learned that it is nothing to do with me. And that's not to say I'm perfect. That's not to say that, like, you know, everyone has to like me. But it doesn't matter, honestly, what they tell me. It doesn't make it any better. So asking them, like, what went wrong, save yourself the fucking time. Save yourself the text message. Save yourself. They're gonna lie. You're never gonna get the real truth. Sucks to get excited about someone.
It goes both ways.
To really put your time and energy, and for it to be reciprocated, and for it to be going well, and then for it to be taken away from you without you understanding and without getting any type of like good reason. Because most likely, it has nothing to do with you. Because honestly, I think he could see a long-term relationship with me because he wouldn't have done all this shit if he couldn't have. And it's something that he needs to deal with within himself. Either one, he's not ready for a long-term relationship, period. Not because it's with you, with anyone. And maybe you were the first girl that he actually started to see and feel a long-term relationship with, and he panicked. He freaked out. He had put his foot in the water, and he panicked and got cold feet and basically blamed it on you. When in reality, he might have some unhealed trauma, isn't over his ex-girlfriend, is stressed out. Like, you never know, but most of the time, the guy is not going to take the responsibility or take the time to probably self-reflect and deep dive into why he can't see a relationship with you when you guys get along like a house on fire, and he probably won't find someone that he gets along better with in a while. And maybe he'll figure it out later and, you know, and be like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have done that. But by that point, it's going to be too late. So I can sit here and boo-hoo and be upset and, you know, and try to hope that he figures out what he lost, or just understand that the person that you're meant to be with won't fucking like let you go and will realize how special the person in front of them is and won't do shit like this.
I mean, she keeps chasing the same kind of guys and is blaming them for her daily struggles. I mean, it's not normal for all of them to be coming and leaving, and she definitely got something that repels them. I don't know if it's her attitude, but like I just said, she definitely is looking for those guys whom will be there to just please her. Then they turn around and disappoint her. But those are obviously chads who don't want to take any of those nonsense that she's offering. Okay, let's go to the fun part, the comments. Let's react on them. Get ready, because things are heating up. Why friend zone the guy that likes you and date the guy that don't? It's usual. It's the same thing over and over. We said it say this every time. I mean, almost every time we make videos, and there are many commentators out there saying the same things. They'll always friend zone the guy that likes them, and they'll try to date the guy that don't. It's some kind of, I don't know. Is it nature? Is it just part of these women when they are in their early 20s, or they're in the peak of their dating cycle? Yeah, because at the end of the day, we know when they're above 30 and 35 and they have not been wifed up, they'll be going for the guys that they friend zone. Pathetic. Really pathetic. Woman, I don't understand why every man I get with isn't ready for a long-term relationship. Translation, I don't understand why men who are obviously 2 to 3 levels above me refuses to commit to me and just uses me for fun. Of course, why wouldn't they use you for fun? You don't portray the kind of energy that they want, and probably this lady is that kind of lady whom will definitely try to punch above her weight. Okay, there are always those nice guys, perhaps not like nice guys, good men, and she'll probably not see them for who they are, and will definitely want to go for the bad boys, the ones who are more fun to be with. Fun in quotes, there's always this, it depends. There are different categories of fun, but it's definitely clear that she is punching above her weight. She should definitely go to her level. She gave it up too soon, and now she's blaming the dudes. Oh, yeah, of course. I don't understand why it's always like that. Every reaction is just similar and the same. You're tired, huh? Well, maybe you should stop giving up the goodies to Chads and Tyrants. Just what I was telling you. She loved those guys. Chads and Tyrants. Perhaps they're too nice guys. They're not fun to be with. What does she expect? Every day we preach, other commentators preach. You give it to Chad and Tyrants, they'll have it and they'll leave. It's just what it is. So I think she should regulate her energy. She's attracting a lot of those Chad and Tyrants if she wants to really, really get into a serious relationship, The guy who cook her dinner and all she likes as friends. Then she's surprised when the physics blow up in her face. Remember my comments earlier on? Yeah, you're looking for the guy who cooks your dinner. Of course, if it's a chat, he wants to get it as fast as possible. If it's for those, the friendly guys, the nice guys, perhaps they will not be too fun enough. So you reject them and you go looking for those chats and Tyrants. She is unfamiliar with the definition of least common denominator. She will find it in the mirror. Look at herself. That's what this commentator is saying right here. This comment is saying right here. She should look back at herself and see all the things that are wrong with what's going on in her relationships.
A quick question. Where are we meeting the men that actually want to date and be in a relationship? Because it's not the dating apps. It's not the coffee shops. I've been trying that. I've been trying that for a while now. Definitely not the bars. Not at my age, because they're all like 21, 22. So they definitely don't want to be in a relationship. And I definitely do not want to be a cougar. Nothing wrong with that. Just not my type. I, again, tend to go about 8 to 10 years older than me. I found out even those don't want to date for a relationship. Even they are still figuring things out. Yeah, they are. So where are we meeting the ones that want to date and be in a relationship? That want to date to eventually get into a relationship? That are dating to see if we're compatible for a relationship, not other things. No. I need to know because I have yet to find them. And I've been looking, so maybe I should stop looking. I don't know. But if you know, please let me know. Help your girl out. Where are we meeting the good men? Where
we say it every day.
Men that actually want to be in a real relationship?
Watch the OB podcast. Okay, let's check out some further comments on this lady. Us men are engaging in humble women who don't talk out their problems through a camera lens and social media. Of course, nobody wants to watch their dirty linen out there in the public. You need to keep it private. So if you go around talking, we don't like that. Men don't engage. They want it private. So you should take a very good lesson from these. Watch Obi podcast as well. Remember back in your 20s, you rejected the man you're looking for. Exactly. How many times am I going to say it's the same thing over and over? Girls, in your 20s, you're at your peak. You rejected all those men who would have wiped you up before you get to 25. And you were going for the Charles and Tyrons. Well, of course, they are much more fun than the nice guys, but they'll end up not wifing you, and you'll probably be having fun till you're 30, 35. And when it's too late, you go looking for the nice guys who has now, is now married and have got kids. And she said it herself. She wants her type. Her type. Tons of men still want to date, but those men are invincible to her because she wants her type. What's this type like? The Chad type? The Tyrone type? You never know, right? They have this, she has this kind of, very strict criteria for the type of man she wants. Well, bad news for her. I think there are 1% of those type of guys that she's looking for. You can tell. But keep searching. You may be lucky. No, you may find some sucker out there who is willing to get into your web. They are the 90% of men you swipe left on in those dating apps. Yeah. Do you know in the dating apps, women, they swipe more than men? Like, they definitely know their type. As they say, they're looking for their type. 6 foot, broad chest, you have money. In fact, you're successful in life and you have all those other qualities. You may have money sometimes and you don't have the height, you don't have the broad chest. It's still a problem. But yeah, I mean, she swiped through many of those husbands materials, and she didn't know about it. But well, she can keep scrolling. That's what the social media giants want, like Facebook. Just keep scrolling and you spend 20 hours out of 24 on Facebook or other apps scrolling. Okay, interpreting for, like a third person. Where are the men who want relationships? Those men don't get any attention from women, period. That's the answer. Hilarious comments. Very, very hilarious. They don't get they don't get any attention from these women, no matter how hard they try. I'm here, I can do all that, I can be a responsible husband, I can take care of you, but no. The lady is saying, I want my type. Okay, go on, keep scrolling. You're not searching in the wrong place, you're checking in the wrong decade. Yeah, I can imagine all the Gen Zs and, millennials. They can be very tough in a dating scenario because they are too, even the guys, they are too picky too as well. So good luck with that.
Me, or are you f***ing exhausted from dating? Jesus f***ing Christ. I get it. It's never been easy. I lived in New York. Trust me, I know. But I feel like nowadays it's a fucking uphill battle. If it's the guy that I met at the gym who said, oh my God, you're so stunning. My Lord, you're so gorgeous, but won't ask me out. Okay, single, I know he is. Or the guy that I met and we had a nice 2-month little thing, and then of course self-sabotage because why should anything actually work out, right? Not being Debbie Downer, not being negative, being realistic here. Let's call a spade here. But I tried it. Came to San Diego to see some family and was like, well, let's see what's out there. Tried talking to a guy at the gym. Nope, don't do that. They're terrified of that. Matched with a few guys. Got one date this weekend. Cool, we're gonna go for a hike. We love that. But all the other ones, either it's, I just want to go with the flow. I don't want anything serious. Let's just see what happened. No thanks, not interested. Or you have a conversation and they never respond, or it falls flat because you're like, cool. Now what? It's tough out there. It's fucking tough. You're not alone. Doesn't matter what city you live in. It doesn't matter what age demographic. I don't want to hear it. We're all struggling. And I think it's time to take a little bit of a break. I got to focus on my business and me and good morning my dog and all of those things. But just want to commiserate. You're not alone. It is exhausting.
Is it? How could she go to the gym to look for men? It seems that she's not aware of, the gym issue. That's not where you go looking out for men, because the men have checked out of gym, looking for girls anyway, because they know they don't want to be labeled as being no, those names, I don't want to say them, but the men have checked out. Don't go looking for men in the gym. They will not see you. They'll probably not even help you lift those weights because they know the trouble that comes with it. Dating charts is very exhausting, of course. Who would have thought, right? You think that's exhausting? Try pitching in financially or be the sole person to pay for the date. Of course. I know nowadays, despite all what these ladies want, you know, the traditional, the tyrants or whatever, they're still looking for them to pay the dates, despite all the equalities that they say, oh, women have the same rights as men and stuff like that. They still want them to pay the bill. So, yeah, if you want to be equal, just go for it. Let's all be equal.
She went on a date for 2 hours.
Look at me.
One drink.
Look at me. Take me to dinner. Like,
Wine and dine.
you know what I'm saying? Like, don't try and get all this information out of me over one drink that you don't want to pay for. And I'm looking this great, and I don't know. I just can't with them. They just don't get it. I can't. I don't have time for them anymore.
Boys, do better on dates. Do better.
You know what? We should start giving reviews. We should start sending out, okay, so this is how you did, so that they get better. Because at the end of the day, they'd be doing bare minimum for wanting to be
You want to start
Yeah.
shaming the man? Are you sure about that? My man definitely wasn't interested, so he never wanted to invest, I'll say, by paying for the meal. He said, oh, this is it. I don't think we are going any further in this. That was in his mind, and he was like, well, I should not be wasting my money to finance this. But just like I said, she should be able to pay for her drink without complaining. Who knows if the man was testing her? You know, they say women always test men, right? In this case, maybe sometimes some men, they test the women to see if they can be responsible when they are down. It's a two-way thing, right? In a relationship, it's a two-way thing.
I've not been on a dating site for a half a day, and people who invent online dating, can I just offer a suggestion? You know how you have that section where it's like you can put in the height that you would like, religion, distance, like stuff like that. How about where I can like put in a name? Or at least a search bar where I can put, like, look for a name and block them.
This is
or
a
an
tip.
email address or telephone number or something like that. Block them. I don't care if there are 5 billion, Kevin Smith, John Doe, whatever, in the world. I don't care. I don't care if one of those people are my soulmates. It's not worth the risk. Block them. Because when I get an email or a comment on my photo where they're like, oh my God, Amy, I've been looking for you for 13 years.
Is she
you know why you
sober?
couldn't find me? Because you've been blocked on all my social media because I never wanted to see you again. But guess who is almost 46 and got pathetic?
46?
Me.
Yeah.
And you found me.
Nah, I can imagine you in your 20s.
You found me. Do I want a second date? Buddy, we didn't have a first date. You weirded me out at our meet and greet. He thought we had a relationship. He was like, oh,
I
this
wouldn't
is
go near
fake.
her. Not at all. Fellas, your thoughts? I mean, if you're looking for relationships, my personal opinion, I think you should stay clear of dating apps. I know they say there are some serious relationships that have come out of dating apps, but I'll tell you, I think the percentage is like 80% of marriages from those dating apps, Facebook and whatever. They're divorced within 6 months. Okay? You can do some verification and just check mark me down in the comment section below. But I would not say that you should go for those on those dating apps to be looking for relationships. That's not the priority. But anyway, I think that was it for today. It's been fun, you know, reacting to these ladies in the comment section and giving my opinion. I hope you enjoyed it. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification.